Good morning, Britain. It's just gone at 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme. Welcome back, Ed. What do you make of this
moment? And, you know, with President Zelensky...
That was a bit of a diplomatic disaster, wasn't it, that whole event? And now, apparently, Zelensky has to go back with a begging bowl.
The idea that actually at war was somehow...
...that wound Donald Trump up.
No.
I think it was J.D. Vance wading in with a big wooden spoon, pointing at Zelensky and saying, you're not upbraiding a child. You hadn't said thank you to the grandparents for a Christmas present. You haven't said...
About Ukraine,
yeah.
The Ukrainians by... And, you know, it's not...
Should apologise, but I think he might apologise.
And that might...
Award winners parade down the red carpet and for the next couple of hours. So it's always
indeed
about world events. And Ross King will go, I have an Oscar winner. The Armed Forces Minister, Luke Pollard, in the present government, who said back in February 2017, at the time, something incredibly brave today in banning Trump from speaking.
Yeah, I think you'll...
People who this morning are finding out that they're paying almost 5% more for their rail card. Popular all of this is, do you think, Kevin, a Labour government? You've already talked about the echoes of by a Labour government did not end well at all, that promised it would support working people. Bills are going up, despite the fact the manifesto said that we would save £300 on our fuel.
Well, I think it's what...
News this morning, Sir Keir Starmer is calling on Europe to step up and bring an end to the war in Ukraine and secure lasting peace.
And in a show of solidarity with the embattled nation, the Prime Minister hosted President Volodymyr Zelensky and European leaders in London for an emergency summit, announced a £1.6 billion deal to supply thousands of missiles to Ukraine. And our political correspondent, Louisa James, is... an entitled punk.
Yeah.
Gosh. Well, look, given that stood next to him in the White House...
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the thing. It was like sort of two parents said, thank you enough. And then it...
You look, there are a lot of people who voted. It was, as we were hearing...
it is our main news story this morning. I'm going to discuss that with Andrew Pearce and Kevin Maguire.
Do you think he should apologise, Zelensky?
Well, I don't think he should, because he needs a peace deal.
And that might be the right thing to do for the future.
And, of course, one person who knows what it's like to fall out with Trump and what you need to do to make sure that you repair that relationship, Piers Morgan. He's going to be back in this studio at 8 o'clock. Now, though, 11 minutes past 6, there are other domestic news stories this morning. Wonderful weekend of weather. Alex is in Marlow with a